What's happening, Captain? Spoke to another episode of the Zay J Show. Where I'm your host, Zay, with my co-host Jay, of course. Oh, wow. We just came off of vacation slash
Hiatus.
quarantine. Oh my god, all of that.
Yeah,
So I think we only took a week off, if that, if that. So
yeah, nice little week.
oh, yeah, we're back now though. And today we getting into Moon Knight. First episode just dropped Wednesday. Today we are recording this on a Saturday. So by the time it comes out, like we always do, the next episode would already have dropped by the time this comes out. So you have time. You have time to watch it. Oh, like we said, we still doing the new format because we feel like every time we do the dislikes last, we end up hating it. But it's a little bit more organic if we do the dislikes first. So
Yes,
yeah, with
sir.
that, um, great episode, I will say, especially because this is a character I'm not really familiar with. So I'm learning as we go instead of me being like, oh yeah, well in 19 blah 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 they did this and blah. So all new to me for the most part. I've seen Moon Knight in a bunch of posters and shit. Funny thing, the RDC fucking skit from a
Yeah,
long time
nigga, Moon
ago.
Knight. You don't know about Moon Knight?
Right. So they called it first, which is funny. But yeah, starting off, the only things I'm not really. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these things is stuff that they'll answer later on
Later.
down along the line, because it's the first episode. But so starting off, right? Um, the girl, the little girl at the museum with them, and when he pulls her to the side and he's like, "Oh yeah, they did this and mummified you, then you got judged at the underworld," and she's like, "So must have sucked to get judged, and they sent you back." He's like, "Wait." No, I didn't die. What are you talking about? And then the lady calls his name. It's nigga,
Yeah,
nigga, come on. She telling you prom information, and I did totally dislike this part, but I was just like, how you just go throw something that big in there and then just
and
all
off
right.
the rip too.
Yeah,
Like
literally getting straight to it. So I was like, you just not gonna elaborate on what you were
small
saying,
hints.
and you don't see this girl again. You just
He
okay.
like he didn't even it didn't even bat an eye. He was just like, oh, okay, oh,
So
all right.
and then if we're going deeper into it, it's just who could that have been? Because
One
none
of
of
the
the
gods.
that's all. So would it be one of their avatars? Was that basically what they was trying to say?
Probably because all of by the time you got to the end, damn near all of them was working for the nigga. So he was just like, everybody was like, bruh. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I win him
Which
too.
which that's a little confusing for me as well because I want to say they're his followers, but are they following him or are they following the god that he's avataring for? You know, that's what I'm saying. But
It's all
the
confusing to me.
yeah, the girl. What I'm trying to say is, we've only introduced two avatars, with Steven and Dr. Arthur or whatever. But
Mhm.
if the little girl was an avatar, I don't know, it just didn't make sense because are they
There's
trying to
no
say
explanation
yeah,
on.
are they trying to say that every guy has their own avatar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And is yeah, I don't know. So that part just had me a little bit confused because I was like, yeah, I get that they're trying to give us some good information, but it's just hey, should we do this now? Because we still got to get people, up to the emotion that, there are Egyptian guys who control or not control, who have these avatars. And it's just going to be a bunch if all the different guys have different avatars. That's just a lot, I feel.
it's what was it? He said it in the damn thing. It's like what, 6 guys, some shit like that. 6.
So it's remember because he's like, yeah, I wanted to talk to marketing and shit because they only have like, it's supposed to be
He was like,
seven.
it's six
They put
guys and there's like
seven,
nine on here.
but it's nine. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like missing two. Um,
No,
so
I
yeah,
thought it was
so
more than I thought it was more guys and
yeah, that's what he was trying to say. Like, oh, they don't have all of them on there,
yeah.
which is like,
Maybe they gone.
hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
so
all work for the fucking avatars. Like, I don't fucking know. It
and the
was like,
code thing is like, I don't know, like when he wakes up in the village and everybody is like that, but like, did you see any of the people who like remember he's like walking through, they like looking at him like he like Jesus or some shit? But
mm,
like I don't think I remember seeing anybody with tattoo.
no, I think they were just villagers of the area. And he was just, because what I'm getting out of it, and I, I did like a brief little read just to get like a idea of what Moon Knight is and who like type of character. He has like two personalities.
Mm-hmm. Mark and Steven.
Yeah. And so and then I'm guessing Mark is a fucking mercenary.
Right.
Steven is just a random ass dude. But I was just like, maybe he was just doing some shit. Like Steven lost control and Mark took over and they just traveled and he was doing some mercenary shit.
So what I'm thinking from everything I heard is everything, so that does I'm gonna guess that does happen what the little girl says, when
Mm-hmm.
and he gets judged or whatever. But with
That
the
might have been
Egyptian
something
guys and
that
stuff,
would happen with Mark, not Steven.
right, or maybe with both. Maybe it
Maybe he
happened to
got
both
judged
of
and
them.
sealed inside of Steven.
Yeah, or like, because my only thing was like, because the way that it's supposed to be is that Khonshu, the Egyptian guy, he gets to choose an avatar. And when he does choose an avatar, I don't know if he gets to pick, like, how they are or, who they
Mm-hmm.
really are. So, then he had Mark make this deal with him. And he's like, oh, okay, Mark, I'm just going to put you in this body, you know, this avatar
Mm-hmm.
that I chose, and somehow it got mixed up. But yeah, the idea is kind of weird.
Because it's three voices.
Which is Steven, Mark, and
Mark.
then Khonshu. Yeah, the Khonshu is the one with the funny Bane kind of
Yeah.
voice.
But he's like, it felt like, well,
And that's why he said, like, if you give him the scarab back, I'll kill like both of y'all. Because he's talking to
yeah.
Mark and Steven.
He's like, don't you dare do it. He's like, don't you fucking
But
do it.
I don't get why Mark why he would have to be in this body. Like, wouldn't it be easier just to put him in a body by himself?
I don't know what. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to elaborate. I don't know how they're going to do it in the sixth
and that's
episode.
what I'm saying. Like, most of the dislikes on this going to be like a lot of stuff that they probably go explain later on. So,
one dislike for me is if, like, they kind of like thought motherfuckers was going to like brush up on them and know about them. But like starting out being tied up with ankle restraints was pretty wild. It was like, fuck going on here? It's like care to
wait.
Because he never mentioned like, hey, yeah, I mean, when I fall asleep, shit happens. He never said anything about that. He was just like, yeah, like, damn, dog, you haven't slept. What you staying up for? Nobody he never really said anything about it. He was just like he woke up, fucking took the restraints off, took the tape down, and just like, and never really mentioned the fact that he was like, hey man, yeah, reason I do that is because when I fall asleep, shit happens.
Right, but he does talk about it when he's talking to the statue. Remember, he's like, if I'm never gonna have a girlfriend, It's probably a big red flag if I have fucking ankle restraints. Oh my shit. That part was pretty
But
funny.
he never really explained like why he has the fucking ankle restraints.
Yeah, which, because when he's doing all this shit to keep him wide awake, like I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, every time he, I guess, unconscious, he always wake up somewhere. So that's why he was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, okay, I'm just gonna see if I'm the one that's doing all this or whatever.
Like from like the very beginning, he's like, damn,
Yeah.
you could have like
So
tell
yeah, so
somebody
I mean
like
the
hey,
idea is like pretty fresh too. I
narrative.
kind of like that it's pretty fresh. And like I feel like we just as confused as like Steven is. He's like,
No,
shit,
yeah,
I don't know.
because this is not a typical Marvel character. So we're just
Mm,
like if you don't brush, like if you didn't read like his comics, you don't really know who the fuck this guy is.
I did it. I'm still learning this shit.
I had to like do like a brief little fucking like Google search. It's like, all right, so who's this nigga?
So another one of my dislikes was okay, the date. The date, right? At first I was a little confused as to like, of as to how the body was still pretty much doing like his daily shit, but like he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Mhm.
wasn't the one that was in control. So like, Mark then got this nigga a whole date and everything without him noticing. And went to the fish store and switched out the fish without him noticing. I was just like, it
That
just
was
seems like
that
a
was the title
little.
of the episode too.
Yeah, it was a little stretch, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know any mercenaries that's just getting fish or nothing, but like first, it's
Just to fuck with
I'm
him.
on two different dislikes, but my first one was that with the date, right? If you are having, these sleeping troubles and everything, you're waking up not knowing what time it is, when he was getting to work late, like he knew he was late, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So how the fuck you not know that today is not Friday and it's Sunday? He literally pulls his phone out to call the girl, to tell her to ask her like, "Hey, are you still coming? Like, we supposed to have a date." Like, he did a bunch of stuff that day that would have you gonna look at your
Nah, but
phone at some point.
when he
At
called
some
her,
point.
he was at the restaurant.
Right. But remember, he went to the fish store before that. And that's how he remembered, oh
But he
shit, I
asked about
got
the
a
clock.
date.
He was like, yeah, so the clock's wrong. It's like
Yeah. So you telling me that whole day he didn't look at his phone one
he was
time and see the day? Come on. Come
and
on.
woke up 2 days later.
2 days later and you didn't check your phone once.
One time. And now
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
Oh shit, it's
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. So I wasn't too mad at it. I
Yeah.
figured out I see what they was doing, but I was just like, come on. And this is modern. This is even, I want to say, after this is beyond 2022, I want to say. So
You have phones that tell you what
yes,
day it is.
that
Yeah.
motherfucker be speaking to you at this
I
point.
mean,
Hey, bro.
but fucking Mark had a goddamn razor phone. So I was like, oh shit. This nigga
Had that
is low
burner.
key.
Yeah, the OG burner. Shit. But yeah, so I was kind of confused on why he wouldn't check his phone to see the day.
It was
And
one of them, really?
the other part is why is so after the ice cream thing, everything, after the ice, not the ice cream, the
The
cupcake game
cupcake.
and stuff, after he wakes up back in his apartment, like, it was just a dream, you know what I'm saying? But
And he just went along
obviously,
with his day. It was
yeah,
like, oh shit.
obviously he did that. But it's like when he woke up, he still had like the tape on the door, you know what I'm saying, and everything. So my thing is like, why is Mark the other personality? Why is he trying to
Cover
like,
it up. It was like he
yeah,
doing it.
why is he right? Like, why does he?
You heard him talking to him. Like he was like looking for the phone. He was like, don't do it, Mark.
Stop!
I mean,
Don't do
don't do it,
it.
Steven.
You gonna get in
Steven, you're
trouble.
gonna get
Don't
yourself in
do it.
trouble, Steven.
Yeah, so okay. Now I'm seeing since you said that, I'm like, maybe it's the whole,
He's trying to
mercenary
protect him. He's
secret
like, hey
agent
man, this is
type
hey, just
of
go about your day, bro.
yeah. But I mean, nigga, we're sharing the same face and body. It's not really much. I'm in it, as much as you are.
Yeah, but he's trying to keep him out of fucking loop. He's like, yo, bro, just go about your day. When you go to sleep, I
Yeah,
got you.
so yeah, maybe he's like, okay, as long as he don't catch on to me, I can keep, when he goes to sleep,
Yeah. So he
doing
hiding
rule
his
night and this
phone.
shit. Yeah,
He probably
okay.
killed the fish and got new fish. It's like, oh fuck, let me get new
And then the
fish.
phone. When he finds the phone, did he cut it on first, or I promise he just flipped it open and it was on already?
He went to plug it in. He charged it.
And he saw all the fucking missed calls. Why didn't he check the text messages? He literally seen like everything.
This is all phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little small shit. But speaking of the cupcake, right?
Van
The
part was
cupcake
hilarious.
cart van chase scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he whipping that motherfucker, but he don't have a license.
Driver's license. I was thinking the same. And this
He
is
literally said, he's like,
this
wait, why
is
am I in here? I don't have a license. And he's
fucking
whipping that motherfucker.
yeah. This is fucking the road
Drifting.
car Need for Speed type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Drifting on the edge of the fucking cliff. Like,
Okay,
driving
but
backwards and shit.
that might tie into my next one because going back to remember when he's running from the people with the scarab, and remember he's like, yeah, I'll fucking give you the scarab, like here, and his body starts doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Maybe it's
'Cause
Mark.
he's still Steven at this point.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Mark or if it's the fucking.
I was thinking, is it Khonshu doing it? But Khonshu doesn't have he can only appear in the physical world. I don't think he can like move stuff or
Yeah.
touch it, which is why he needs an avatar, is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was
maybe
like,
it's Mark in and out, or maybe that's just him like making him like, hey, bro, stop, don't do it, don't like making him like mentally just like, hey, no, nope.
but that's why I don't really get. So it's just like if he could do that this whole time, we wouldn't have a problem because he would just be like, oh, do this, oh, make him do this. You know what I'm saying?
You saw like even with the cupcake scene, but for that one, you saw like him just like switching like every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was just when the guy would have gun, he was like.
Like, did it look like he was having an orgasm?
Yeah, then he fell out the wheel and then woke up and it's like,
but that's
he's dead.
He has the go unconscious first for Mark to take over.
Yeah.
So I don't see how he was doing the shit with the scarab because even at that part he closed his eyes and then he wakes up and all the people are dead around him. So that's what I'm saying. I don't, and like me and Bree was saying, like maybe because Khonshu gives you powers. He gives them powers. And I think that I'm guessing that the suit, literally just the suit comes out, in the
with Mark.
Like, that's why he takes over at nighttime because he's like, oh, I can hide my identity and I get a suit with some powers. That's what I was thinking. So maybe he still has, maybe Steven does have the powers because he is the avatar from Khonshu, but he doesn't know that, you know what I'm saying, obviously.
And
but
he's only up during the daytime.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, since he's the daytime, part, of Moon Knight, I guess. But I'm still confused on how he was doing the shit with the scarab still. Because you could have the powers, but obviously he doesn't know how to use them. So what was making him do that? I don't know.
It was just him just fucking with him, basically. Why the fuck?
Yeah. So that part I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was weird because, we don't know. We don't know what the fuck, like what this character is. This is new to everybody. So
that's why I said it's hard because all this shit. All our dislikes gonna be answered in episode 2. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm like, oh, I know what we said last episode, but they answered all that shit.
This might be a small, very small dislike, but it was just, Hawkeye got 2 episodes back to back. Why the fuck Moon Knight didn't?
It's just
like
I think this
you
one
leave it
is
at that.
No, I
you
think
leave it at that. It's only 6 episodes, and it's a whole new character. We try to wait a week to see what the fuck happens after that.
No, why would we get 2 then if it's only 6 episodes? That's only 5.
Well, that's another. That's like, why the fuck is only 6 episodes?
Which it's got to have a second season because
like you got to explain this shit.
Yeah,
you gonna spend 4 to fucking 8 episodes and 6 episodes explaining this shit. Like, okay, let's put all these shit together, 2 and 2 together. Loki, you can do that shit because we know Loki. We don't know this nigga.
Yeah.
So it's like, why,
it's gonna make it shorter if they, because it's already 6 episodes. I'm cool. Take your time. I'm cool.
Nah, I wanted the 2. I needed the 2-pack. Hold me over for the week. I was like, this is a good ass episode. I'm like, oh, what? It's like, that's how you did it.
I was like, they gonna show him and that shit gonna cut off. I bet. Fuck me. God,
he just literally
finally, because the whole episode we like, we want to see it. We want to see it. Stop flashing back and have it waking up. Let us see, which is why I like it, because it's building up anticipation for us when we finally.
But you see the trailers, this nigga jumping buildings and shit like that. So I'm like, I'm trying to see
shit from his chest.
I'm trying to see this nigga's strength, and he just beats a dog ass. And then it's like, it's like, Moon Knight,
okay.
It's like, huh?
One, maybe not really a dislike, but I thought it was a little much. Arthur, fucking beginning of the show, which I love, but I was just like,
that was like.
He drank the water, broke the glass, put it in
crushed
his it was like,
shoot.
All right, yep, time to go to work. I was just like,
and then the moment I saw him again, I knew he was the villain. I was like, oh, there's your villain.
Just like, all right. From what I was reading after I saw it the first time was that Arthur, his character, has some type of, is it a disease? It's a disease or a curse, which is why he works with Ahmed. Is because he feels pain all the time, but he's been feeling this for a long ass time. So now he kind of, I don't want to say like he gets like a kink off of it, or he gets a rush off of it. He like invites it, if that makes sense.
Walking on glass.
Yeah, so him constantly walking on the glass is like, oh, yeah, it's making me riled up.
It's like maybe that's his way. Like his pain receptors are off, and that's how he survives. I guess I don't know. I was just like, for that to be the very first scene, I was like,
damn, this how
Jesus is. I thought he was moving. I was like, that's not Oscar. It's like, who the fuck is this nigga?
It was the Avatar before him. He wake up and put glass in his shoes. Yeah, it was a little.
He did it so casual. It was so casual. He just like, with the cane, music melody playing in the background, calm. It was like, this is different.
So that part I wasn't too mad at, because it was just out of nowhere. But when he's at the museum or whatever, and he sends out the little creature, and he's like, Stephen Grant, please return
on the loudspeaker.
I'm just like, okay, all right, come, what? Get to the fucking part, because that's too much. Come on now.
He's like, you return the scarab, or you will be torn to pieces.
I was just like, all right, come on. And how the fuck this motherfucking summoning. He learned the fucking spell to summon some dogs and shit like Elden Ring.
The fucking Egyptian animals and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I was like, wait, we didn't say nothing
But
about
he
that.
had like you could tell he had power because he fucking made
Little
the one
skill.
bitch.
It
Yeah,
just took her soul like Shang
just took
Tsung.
her
I was like,
soul.
damn. Just in broad daylight,
Just
and
I've
everybody
been
like,
good, I
ooh.
promise. Like, well, maybe it's something you about to do.
You know, them
Hey,
thought days
maybe
in the 1950s, they
mm,
didn't get erased. You
you
remember that?
remember you called that man a nigga.
Racism, racism.
So yeah, and then he was explaining his God. I was like, yeah,
I'm not
she
racist no more.
she was just like getting motherfuckers out the way before they
But
even did anything.
so
And it's
what
like,
it sounds
she could
like,
have took out Hitler before Hitler did anything. It's
what it
like,
sounds like was that Ahmed, the one, who was the judge or whatever, I guess you could
mm,
call her. Yeah. So basically, it sounds like the underworld wasn't popping enough, and she was like, "Look, I can see these motherfucking futures and shit. So I can just look at them, judge them, and we won't even have to worry about nothing because if I get them now, it won't happen later."
get them
And
before they even do this shit.
I'm guessing the other guys was like, no,
No.
that's not right. Because, everybody got free will. Just because it looks like they do that now, it don't mean they can't change their mind later. So
Yeah.
they have to get her up out of here. So that's where I'm guessing her villain origin story comes from.
The thing that really messed me up, I was like, the irony is like, imagine you being a museum salesman and then 1 minute and then the next minute you a full mercenary. I was like,
I'm a gift shopist. I was
odd
fucking.
fucking, oh, that's an odd difference. Like Mark is a smooth playboy, getting dates. Steven, even the girl was like, wait, you hitting that? The boss was like,
you're a cat. That was funny.
She's like, hell, we got a date. He's like, yeah, we got a date. Yeah. You don't remember? You funny. Yeah. Sexy ass. Like she's looking at him like, yeah,
you
but
asking me
remember,
out?
you remember what you did last night?
And then she said, "What? You going to a steakhouse? What would a vegan
And you
get at a
vegan?
steakhouse?" And he's like, "Salad." But then he gets the steak. I was weak.
Because he called her and was like, yeah, what day is it? It's like, oh, yeah, 2 days too late. It's like, lose my number. And it's like, what you mean? It's Friday. It's like, no, it's Sunday.
Wait, when he calls her, it's daytime, date. I was like, yo. I'm pretty sure that Friday comes after Thursday. Why does he call his mom so late, too?
I mean, he's a mama's boy. Steven's the mama's boy. The little loser that's selling the fucking toys at the.
I was gonna say that Steven is kind of crazy, and
I mean,
his mom
is dead.
Dead, and he might be leaving voicemails. That's why we didn't hear her say nothing back.
Possible. It's possible. I don't know. He's different.
That's his way with coping with it.
Mm-hmm. That's
we'll see.
Possible.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Or he could have just been a loser, and
like, yeah, mom,
you love her.
Hey, call me after your date, fam. Yeah, I bet. I'm gonna bring her around for sure.
A little. I'm maybe I'm observing too much. So when Steven goes to the elevator, when Mark was like, "Hey man, don't do that. Don't leave it alone. Go to sleep. Leave it alone." And he's running. He went to the elevator. He sees the fucking God, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And it's the old lady. Is that the same old lady from Hawkeye?
Oh,
from the elevator scene with Katie.
So this does happen at the same time as Hawkeye, is what I heard. So that could be.
I was like, is that the same? But
did she?
He's in London.
Didn't she seem kind of weird?
She
Like,
she was talking to him, and then it was like, "Yo, oh yeah,
like
knocking on, yeah, she's right here, she's right here, she's right
like
here."
was she more like afraid of him, or was she,
I think she was more afraid of because she was
seeing
like,
some shit? She's like,
she might
yeah,
have been
my
like,
friend lives here.
"I've
She
witnessed a
knows I'm
crazy
coming.
motherfucker before." Yeah, he's right here. Yep, neighbor's right here. Come on, open the door, man.
Imagine she like, wait, did you see that white thing too? Oh yeah, get your
Yeah, I was
ass in
like,
that
"Is that the
apartment.
same lady?" I was like, "That's the same
Mm,
lady."
I would.
Hawkeye is in New York.
Hmm. I mean, she could have moved to London,
Yeah, I was
hit
like,
the lottery,
"This is Moonlight is in
so
London." I'm like, "That's the same." They
undone.
cast the same lady.
I can see that'd be fun.
It's
I'll
like
look
it
it
would
up.
have been
Yeah.
like a funny, ironic thing because it's just like,
Mhm.
"Oh, the lady in the elevator."
Hey, yeah. Maybe I'll look it up. See.
Um, I don't even think this is like, or this is just out put it out there. I could never do inventory at the fucking Egyptian museum.
First of all, I've seen too many Night at the Museum movies,
Exactly.
and I they didn't make that movie for no reason. That's
And
all I'm
they
saying.
got fucking tombs and
Yeah.
Egyptian gods
First of
around
all,
you.
the fact that the museum has a basement, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
good. I'm straight. No, I seen that movie before.
Nah, yeah, I'll fuck around and be a mummy.
Yep, they gonna switch places with me and shit. So be trying to get out, nobody can hear me scream. Yeah, fuck that.
And when you mentioned the power, right? So my thing is the thing with the scarab
Mhm.
is the power coming from the scarab? Or is it
Um,
just, just the thing he was just had to get? Or
right,
he
like
already had the power
is that what tethers him, to the Moon
to
Knight?
turn to Moon Knight?
Um,
I was like, Scarab is usually, well, I know how Marvel and DC takes each other's shit sometimes. The
yeah,
Scarab for DC is the Blue Beetle.
right.
That's how he gets his power from the Scarab and armor and shit from being the Blue Beetle. So I was like, is this another like DC Marvel similar thing?
So
Because from what I got, Moon Knight is more compared to ass whooping Batman.
right,
So I was like, fuck
fight
what's the
style wise.
scarab do?
So what I'm hearing is that these there's different talismans basically. So,
Mm-hmm.
there was the scarab one, and I'm gonna guess that Arthur has the crocodile one, which is, his person. But I think
Mm-hmm.
that every god I think has like a different, I don't know what you want to call them, charm or whatever, or talisman.
Mm-hmm.
And
Talisman. There we go.
because so, when Arthur is doing the little thing on Steven, like judging, where he's just judging him. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, he says something about like, yeah, oh no, well, no, it was before. It was when he was in the village and he was judging the old lady or whatever. And she was saying
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, she's like, oh no, something must be off or something. And he was like, yeah, this is gonna happen right now, and the world will know Ahmed's power, soon.
Mm-hmm.
Another time. What I'm guessing is that Arthur is trying to get all the talismans together to get Ahmed out of wherever she is, which that's what I'm thinking. Like the guys are trapped in like some type of phantom zone or something. So that's why they
Mm-hmm.
can only appear to their avatar in the physical world. They can't really touch anything.
And they started bringing out okay, that would make sense.
That's what I'm
I was
thinking.
like, the scarab. I was like, what's the significance of the scarab? And it's like, okay, so
Return the
what?
slab.
And it's like, what made this man go all the way out of to London? Well, past, I don't know
Fucking
where the fuck it was at. They never
teleporting or
really,
some shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it was 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So he woke up. It was already 2 days later. Like when he woke up in the ground, it was 2 days later.
Right. When he woke up in the bus and then he got off and then Arthur was still in there, I was like, was that part of like, what was going on? You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah, there's a lot going on.
Teleporting. Yeah. So
but
we got to see.
One minute he was doing fucking Rubik's cubes and reading a book, and next minute that motherfucker's face planted in the ground like,
bro, whose dog?
Bleeding. It's like what the fuck did Mark do?
For you, shit.
Then nigga jumped out the building. He looked up. He might have jumped out the building. Oh fuck.
Well, let's get into the mic stick. I got plenty of those. Like we was talking about the shoe thing at the beginning. I was like, damn, like so the first thing I wrote down in my notes was like, wow, the Moon Knight had to show how gangster the villain was, like right off the bat. They was like, you know what? Crush some glass, put it in your shoes, walk in them. I was just like, God damn, okay.
So casual.
That nigga tough. I get it. I get it. He is a threat in the minutes. So all you had to show me.
The voice in their head and Steven's head.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny as hell because it gave you Venom vibes. It's this is Venom.
That's funny because that's what Brie was like. Is that Venom? I'm like, I don't know if it's the same person playing over him.
He's like, don't you fucking do, don't you let go of that scab, I'll kill you.
Who is this idiot?
He's like, oh, the idiots. The idiots. It's the idiots inside now. He's like, the idiots of this time.
Yeah, because Khonshu is pretty funny. And so what other things I read was that Khonshu is an interesting guy because like
he's not good. Asshole.
Yeah, but he's not bad. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you keep him happy, you good.
That motherfucker was like, yep, nope, I'm gonna beat that ass. He's like, you better not fucking drop that shit. Don't you give him shit.
I'll kill both of you. Don't you do it. Oh. He said, oh yeah, I'll give you the scaries. No, you're not. No.
He's like, hey, nigga, Trump. Like, what? Trump?
I like the fact that, like, the switching back and forth between the two personalities is dope. Even though they're not letting us see exactly what's happening, which, saves a lot of time too. We can still see that, like, the aftermath always had like a big impact. So like, when they're trying to get the scarab and he wake up, shit is all bloody and shit. Everybody like
motherfucker dead.
Like, oh shit, okay, that.
It's like he woke up with the gun. Oh shit.
Did he just throw the gun? Yep.
So it's like Mark is bro. Whenever Mark take over, hopefully they show an episode with it's just Mark taking over.
Just Mark, that would be cool, yeah.
And it's like he's just having the time of his fucking life because it's like that motherfucker to get a date. He doing this.
Call it back up, little baby. I know what happened the other day. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't being myself.
He's just a smooth talking ass nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn. I was like, okay, Mark.
He said,
and you can tell at the end when Mark was like, yo, you're not gonna die, bro. Just go to sleep.
Give me the body. You gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Oh yeah, that part was cool too, where they have the monster like jumping on him as he changing into Moon Knight. I was like, okay. And in a bunch of like horror movies and stuff, you always see like, the villain attacking a person and they trying to claw and get away. But like Moon Knight switched it and he had
that nigga was like, stop playing. No, I was playing.
He didn't tell me you had powers on.
He said,
help me.
That motherfucker came in with the smoke. Kevin was walking out. He's no. I was playing. Help me.
Reminded me of all
in
those
back
Batman
like,
videos where Batman catch you late at night for no reason.
and so Moon Knight kill motherfuckers. Moon Knight is
think-
this is not going to be an episode or a series where niggas don't die.
Yeah, but it's gonna get trickier because they have Moon Knight and Mr. Knight. Which I'm like, what defers why do we need another, fucking, I don't know, representation? It's weird.
I don't know. It was very very different.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that definitely was more like fuck. That was more like good. That shit was funny as hell. Also, it was when he was during during inventory and that he was walking. I noticed that fucking like it was like a reflection and it was like stay still while Steven was still going. Mark was like, Steven, what you doing? Like he saw the fucking dog. He was like, yo, Steven.
Nope.
He's like, hey, my man.
Hey, chill.
He's like, Steven, what you doing? Steven, where you going?
So you
like you could see the reflection, just like you could see him at the mirror. Like it was like a little glass, and you see Mark stopping, and he's like looking, and like, "Fuck,
what the fuck was that?"
Hey, Steven.
Chill. He over there.
They feel like that backed him up.
Oh man, I also like the part with the cupcake van where he's trying to get past the chicken lady. He's walking at her, and then finally get over there. He's hi.
Fuck you.
That shit had me so weak. Oh man, shit! I would have been friends with the chicken lady.
It really had me fucked up that everybody was like in the museum was part of that clique.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, this man's been following me. Just like
she said, "You already know my game, fam. I already know what
like,
I'm
yes, your ass, boy.
Yeah. We on your ass, straight like
motherfucker. Look at the security guard. Hey, man.
He said,
like, damn, you too.
Shit. Or the desk guy.
Yeah.
That called him Scotty. He said, damn, you too.
He said, Scotty, Steven. The phone call was really what really got me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she was like, yo, Mark, where the fuck you been?
Why are you calling me Mark?
I said, he said, why you sound like that? What's going on?
I didn't understand why it cut off like after that too. It was just like, oh, okay, she not gonna go find the nigga.
Yeah. So I don't know what was her name?
Layla?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Layla.
But it's like maybe there's a relationship something with her and Mark.
So, Mark, he a little player. He pushing P, you know what I'm saying? So he got bitches in different area codes. This one just happened to be another spy.
It would make sense.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's a spy with him or.
I'm starting to think that Mark was whole nother body.
Yeah.
Something fucking happened, and
which is why I'm not understanding why he would be in Steven's body though. That's the part.
Yeah, I think something happened to Mark, and it's like, nah, we gonna put this motherfucker in his body.
Yeah, Khonshu was like, look, they're not giving me much to choose from this time, fam. So we just got to deal with whatever we get.
Yeah, it seemed like the body, like his body was just like something maybe the last time he thought Layla, something happened to Mark's body.
Mm-hmm.
Like his physical body, his body just.
He has to make the deal with Khonshu. Same thing with Mark. So we have to see what actually happened for him to do that. So,
yeah, it's different. I was like, this is.
Shit,
it's like the personality
later.
I'm like I said, I did like a little brief. I think I did a brief one when it literally talked about. I think Moon Knight was like rich man with split personalities. And I was like, okay, I could see how this can play out. But I'm like looking at it, I'm like, maybe
Man
they have
split personality.
Yeah. He's like a rich man with like personality disorder or some shit like that.
Mhm.
So that's what like now first before I even watched the show, I looked it up, like, okay, what type of fucking person? Like, who is this guy? He's like, oh, a rich millionaire that fucking just have a mental disorder with like his personalities. And I was like, maybe they changed it, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, this is different.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
I like the backstory. I think it's like fitting.
They're gonna need to explain some shit, which
Yep. We got 5 more episodes, so it's gotta fucking
I
come
mean,
with it.
it's tough to do new characters now because when you only have 6 episodes and you still have to bring you don't have time to bring in any filler episodes. Like
Right.
you have 6 episodes and they gotta all be fire.
I agree.
You can't have no slacked off episode where you just want to sit here and explain everything. This is one episode, no action, nobody fighting. We just gonna explain all the shit. There's nothing but dialogue. I'm gonna cut the shit off. It's like, come on, bro. He ain't hit nobody.
Yeah.
He ain't jump off a building, nothing.
I love how they joke about Avatar. So you go kill me.
The blue guy? You mean the anime?
Or the anime. You're like, hey, that's not what I'm talking about. Obviously.
Like, stop playing stupid.
And the Gary, is Gus the fish. Did you get the one fin joke?
The one fin. They all got 2 fins. What are you talking about?
They joking about Nemo, having the fucked up fin. And I think she does say something about Nemo too. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm like, okay, Disney. Okay, I see you, Disney. Okay.
Like you want to? Why are you talking to me about handicap fin? Handicap fish.
And you came back and switched it out yesterday. He's like, wait, no, I didn't. She like, okay, nigga, whatever. So you want to switch the fish out or not? It's like, dang.
It was just, it's just a whole lot going on, and hopefully they can still explain everything and make it clearer for the like people that don't fucking know who the hell he is, or if they switched it out or not, because I'm not sure this is the true story, like the comic version. It might be the Kevin Feige version, which I'm not mad at
the
so
TV
far.
variation. Yeah, I hope it's not straight comics because we already seen that.
Kevin Feige has a way of switching things up. It's just like, but I've never really been mad at the switch up. It's like,
and make it more modern.
He still has 2 personalities, but it's like,
turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, you gotta explain what happened for them to have that go on.
And it's not exactly starting from the beginning, which is the thing. Because he already at this point
he already know he's been through the shit.
Yeah. He already knows that something's going on that he can't control. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think they have enough time. I'm not really worried. I like where it's going.
I just don't want to fucking spend one episode just explaining everything, and it's just like, oh, this episode is pretty fucking boring because nothing's happening.
Yeah, no, do something to explain it while it's being done. That's not.
They give a flashback of fucking Mark beating a nigga ass and dying and some shit. It's like
he'll be on one of his mercenary missions. Oh, okay. Another thing I read too was the way that Mark dies is he was on the mission. Somebody in his camp betray him, shoots him, kills him. Khonshu is like, hey, I know you want to get that nigga back, but as long as I control you, or as long as you my avatar, you'll be all right. And that's how Mark and Khonshu started. So, and it's like, damn, like, do we play into their backstory too? Because I mean, Mark is a character now, you know, even though he doesn't have his own physical body, he is a person. So,
yeah, it's just, you know, Mark is pretty smooth. It was different. It's refreshing because it's new.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I really like about it. I feel like I'm just, well, I am just finding this out for the first time. And I got a lot of questions, but I'm ready for the next episode.
Which you can't. Like, this is why you can't really dislike the fucking first episode because I mean you can, but they put out enough. They put out a narrative enough to where you can just look at it like, okay, so hopefully they explain most of this shit. But if not, then it's like they didn't talk about none of this shit.
You're right.
So yeah, I would definitely keep this in the back of my mind. Like what's going on in the show. It's like, okay, I'll keep the first episode in mind. I was like, all right, so did they ever bring up this or this?
We'll see. I'm gonna be looking for that little girl. I know she coming back, but who she coming back as is the question.
Yeah, because that was a little slick. I didn't catch that's like the third time I watched it. It was like, wait a minute.
I also seen rumors about Loki being in this. And I just thought about what if he's the little girl? Damn.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I was like, damn, dude.
He had to come.
You got your own show. Give us season 2.
I know, right? Like, nigga, stay over there. Damn.
But we still trying to figure out what the fuck going on with that shit.
If we had to rate it.
For first episode.
This is easy for me. Yeah, this is easy.
For a very first episode, considering that this is new, refreshing, new storyline, new narrative, new hero / anti-hero, because we are not sure what the fuck this nigga, he killing niggas. So definitely a 9 because it was refreshing for me.
Fuck, I'm gonna go the same thing. Well, like you said, it is hard. It is hard, especially with superheroes. It's hard to, you know, he not technically a new superhero, but not
nobody fucking knows him. Yeah, nobody's done a movie on
front line of fucking Marvel. So
yeah,
to release, you know, for at least the first episode, I felt that it was really good. I've never been this excited about being confused, if that makes sense.
Because you're thinking, hopefully, that okay, they could explain this shit, right? Because
like
it's like I've never had to watch an episode. I never had to watch an episode 3-4 times. It's like, okay, so what the fuck is going on here? Because
I did watch this.
Okay, all right.
I watching breakdowns and shit, Easter eggs. You missed this shit. I'm just like, okay.
I didn't do that with this one. I tried to figure that shit out myself. I usually do. I did not. I was just like, I just kept fucking watching. The episode was so good. I just kept watching this shit. And I'm just
already starting off better than Hawkeye.
I mean, we know who Hawkeye is. Like, it's like, how are they going to make a new character that nobody knows interesting and exciting to watch for 6 episodes?
Right.
If Marvel can do that, because, you know, he's never been introduced. Like, he's not an Avenger. He's not like, he's just a regular ass, to the side ass character.
And my thing was when they, you know, when he meets the Avengers or whoever's going to be at the point, you know, they've never met nobody who had fucking split personalities. So sometimes they might be talking to Steve, and sometimes they might be talking to Mark. That's gonna be crazy. That's
one minute
I'm willing to see.
1 minute he's eating steak, next minute he's eating carrots. Like, yo, dog, what the fuck? I thought you was vegan.
Yeah. So
what the fuck? No.
good first episode for a Disney Plus series. I said it like they don't have good first episodes, but I'm just saying it was a very good first episode for one of their series. And
You know what
yeah, I'll go with
what
that
just
now.
came to mind? I wonder if there's going to be a time where Mark is in charge and Steven's like, yo,
Hey,
hey,
or
man.
you just watch him from like a different, aim. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
I
I'll
mean,
fuck
they
with
all
that.
in the same body, but you know how when Steven's in charge, you hear Mark, hey, man, leave it alone.
Hey,
He's like, stop.
hey, over here.
It's like it will probably be a funny ass episode. Mark's in charge and Steven's like, hey man, that man has a family.
Mhm, mhm.
just silly shit, just silly little Steven shit that
Getting on some bitches and be like, oh,
uh
okay, that's how you do
this
it.
is why I
Okay,
had a
all
date.
right, right. Like, okay, cool.
They probably gonna talk. They may have even talk about that shit in the second episode. Hey man, what the fuck, bro? It's
Yeah.
like you made a date.
I be
It
like,
made me seem like I was getting bitches.
give me,
I didn't even
some
know her.
pointers. Yeah, let me know what to do. Shit.
And the only time they talk to each other is at the mirror. It's like, yo,
Which will be interesting.
yeah. So it's refreshing because it's new, and I would like to see Marvel try new things, which they are,
Mhm.
and like DC could never. A
Damn.
whole brand new
Damn.
character straight from comics and just like, yo, here's the story.
Who's
Never.
their newest character?
I'm sure DC got characters that nobody would be like, what the fuck? Who's that nigga?
Well,
It's hella characters. It's hella
Yeah.
comics, man.
because if we go in like technicalities,
Yeah.
it may not be any new characters, but like new adaptations of them. Because like I don't know if you ever watched DC Legends of Tomorrow. You ever watched that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so I mean, they had a lot of heroes that I never even fucking heard of. So
Mhm.
yeah, but they're not necessarily new. But
They was more like
Never.
side characters, not
yeah,
like
exactly.
they don't have their own separate story.
hmm Same with like the Doom Squad and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't watch all that shit.
Yeah, it's okay. You didn't need to.
Yeah. I wasn't paying HBO Max for that shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, it's something new, something different. And it's definitely a watch right now. I'm not gonna cap and say it's like when I first saw the first trailer, I was like, whoa, okay, they owe RDC a check because they definitely brought light to Moonlight. And if not, nobody would have fucking knew who the fuck Moon Knight was at all. He's like, wait, who is this nigga? Huh?
Even when they did the video,
if RDC never fucking dropped that video, they Moon Knight, yeah, I know, yeah.
They forgot
Like,
about me.
who's Moon Knight? Like, if they never did that shit, I would have never like play with. Wait, who the fuck is Moon Knight? They owe them a check a little bit.
Yeah, in the Marvel movie, put them in there.
Possibly, yeah, little scene, bodyguard, something like that.
I'm not gonna talk to you. You better box that nigga. Oh, another fun fact. Khonshu is the brother to the Panther goddess, the Panther that the Black Panther people worship. Yes. So I was like, hey, it could get, oh man, I could get down on some stuff if they wanted to. And it's cool because this is introduced in the Egyptian gods in there.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they doing Zeus and stuff too at some point. If it hasn't been done yet, I'm pretty sure they'll bring them in.
I mean, this is like I said, this phase is just magic and multiverse and you're gonna get all those characters. Spider-Man. But
Supposedly Celestials are still stronger than the Egyptian gods, though. But Egyptian gods get stronger with however many people pray to them. But in order for them to be stronger than the Celestial, they pretty much would need the whole universe. To pray to them. Yeah.
I mean, the Celestials destroy planets, so it's just like
exactly.
Can't really fuck with that.
Oh, you need people?
No. Like I'm blowing the planet up the minute I'm born. So
yeah, literally.
Fuck. Yeah, so this is when you're getting all the magic and gods this phase, kinda. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that. I think the next one will be She-Hulk. That would probably be the last one in the phase.
I forgot about She-Hulk.
She-Hulk's story is funny as fuck because She-Hulk's gonna coincide with the Eternals and Thor's little brother.
Mm-hmm. With the Inhumans and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, hopefully that's the plan because I think that's the plan because that's how they introduced fucking Thanos' brother.
Right, Star Fox.
Yeah,
not the 64.
Yeah, She-Hulk damn near killed him. Sexual harassment.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. So I'm trying to see how they go about with that.
Sounds different from what I've heard. So
yeah, that would be smart, but I don't think they ever want. But then that fuck up their money because whoever it's two different directors. Yeah, he's fucking up their views and everything. So it's like they don't want to go against each other and two different directors and two different set of actors and actresses getting paid.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to they could have did more than 6 episodes. But since it's new, like we got 8 episodes of fucking Arrow. Hawkeye.
Yes, we did. No.
And we know who Hawkeye is. Like, this is new. Like, you can't, like, this is 6 episodes of something you can't sit there and last minute rush everything and try to, like,
every episode
cram everything together. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a meaning. You gotta have a fucking action because I'm not going to sit here and just have one episode wasted while you're just explaining everything.
Yeah, same. But you did good for the first episode, so I'm not worried about the second.
Got me very, very excited over a new character.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been a while. Thanks for watching, you guys. Another episode of ZJ Show. Moon Knight. It's getting dark. I might turn to that motherfucker myself on Elden Ring. Say no. But thank you. Continue to support, like, comment, subscribe. More videos coming. Batman's coming. People like literally been asking about that shit. Like, yo, what was you doing in your vacation? I was like, you'll see. Yeah, you'll see. You see the pictures. You know, we Morgan. So, you know, been out of commission, but we back. So thanks for watching. Continue to support, like, comment, share the goddamn video. Please. Please. Appreciate it. We out.